All right, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, PJ and Breno.
Hey, g'day footy fans. Welcome back to another big year of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Welcome to our first episode in 2025. And of course, joining me once again for another year, we have PJ. How you doing, mate? Footy's back. Are you pumped?
Hey, I'm pumped, man. How good is it? Footy's just around the corner. We don't have to watch tennis anymore. What have we missed?
God.
Happy New Year. Happy Australia Day. Happy Donald Trump as the president. The Roosters still haven't signed anyone, but we'll talk about that later on. I'm so pumped for season 2025.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get into it. So yeah, been up to anything in the off season exciting for you?
Oh, mate, I've had a bit of time off.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
had a
Nice.
bit of a rest, a bit of a relaxation.
Some people are lucky, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a gamer, so I've been playing Starfield and got into a bit of Cyberpunk, which was a lot of fun. And gearing up for the season, man. The Bunnies, Latrell Mitchell looks fit. He's gone for a jog. Wayne's got in his head. He looks focused. Who knows what could happen in season 25?
Yeah, we'll watch this space. We'll wait and see. For me, just had a great Christmas, New Year's with the family and friends, and been working pretty much. So some people got the time off. I'm still working anyway. done some new stuff for the podcast. Got a bit of new background there and new intros, and a bit of fun with that, as you've all seen from the beginning. We also went and you went for a little trip, didn't you?
I did.
Up to
a weekend away.
You come up
to Newey.
You come up to Newey, and
Saw me good mate Breno.
watched a bit of the
There we are.
foosball.
The soccer. Newcastle Jets were doing really well for a while, and then they bottled it. So ended up being a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, it was a good day, good game, and we had a few beers, a few laughs, and watched a cool band, and it was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Have to do it again sometime.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to get in Magic Round, mate. South play the. Is it we
Knights.
play you guys?
Yeah, Knights and
Yeah, we
Magic
play
Round.
you
Yeah,
guys
it's
at
gonna
3:00 on Saturday.
Yeah, what a bugger.
I'm still trying to get him up to Brisbane. So let us know in the comments if you think Breno should man up and head to Brisbane. Face me again.
All right, tonight we're diving into the first games of the pre-season, the pre-season challenge, whatever they call it these days. Plus, we might take a quick look at what's happening and what we might expect with the teams in 2025. Have a look at the All-Stars game coming up this weekend. And also, if you're watching us live, jump into the chat, comment away. I'd love to see all your thoughts and your comments. Also, if you're listening on your favourite podcast app or watching us on YouTube, make sure you jump onto our Facebook group page, NRL Live Chat 2.0. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk some footy. If I can press the right button. Here we go. There it is.
He's still doing it.
He's back. I've moved all my buttons around so it makes it worse. Actually, before we get into it, I did put a link in the comments. If you've missed it, we are running a tipping comp this year. So for all you footy fans, just want to see your tips and see if you can do better than us. After last year's, it's probably a good possibility.
We
It's
got
all
some
free.
slack last year, didn't we, Breno?
Yeah, it was
we?
tough here to pick, but hopefully this year might be a bit more consistency. So no prizes, but a bit of bragging rights, a bit of fun. We'll talk about the standings each week in our podcast. So click on the link that's in the comments there and join up if you haven't done so.
See if you can beat us.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Week 1 of the challenge, the pre-season challenge. Yeah, Sharks and Warriors. 3 weeks until their historic trip to Vegas. We've got Sharks and Warriors open up the pre-season challenge. Both sides are eager to shake off some rust from their off-season and test some new combinations. And looked all right. Luke Metcalf looks like he might be replacing Sean Johnson's number 7 for the Warriors, possibly.
Yeah, Yeah, he looks solid. I was actually at this game, Breno. I went down to
I was
Shark
going to say
Park
that. Yeah, cool.
and checked it all out with the family. The Sharks, they looked okay. They kind of played a few of their first graders and then gave them a bit of a rest. And the Warriors probably had a few more first graders and played them maybe a little bit longer. With Tena Zalesniak had an ankle injury there. I don't know how serious that is. Barnett split his chin open and wanted to keep playing. I've no idea why when it's a trial match, but in the end, the Sharks had a chance to win it. Yep, Sharks had a chance to win it with 10 seconds to go, and they decided to play a cutout pass and cut out everyone in the back line, including the touch judge, rather than kick a field goal. And I tell you, it was the biggest crowd I've seen at a trial match, a Charity Shield aside, obviously, because that's a bit different. But biggest crowd I've seen at a trial match, I think, ever. It was huge.
Yeah, that was at Shark Park, and it looked like where were the Raiders? Raiders and Panthers were at Shark Park too, weren't they?
Yep, and that was probably the smallest crowd in the history of the NRL trial matches. I tell you now, there was about 8 people there, and 3 of them were security guards. I'm not kidding. No idea why Penrith was playing Canberra at Cronulla.
Yeah.
It just made no sense. It was the same day, double header.
Yeah, it was the same day. That would have made more sense, wouldn't it?
But the next night, it didn't make a lot of sense. And no one was there. Literally no one was there. But Raiders, they looked pretty strong. Panthers had a lot of their juniors in, just giving them a run. Canberra, I forget his name actually. I just clicked off the screen. But Paddy looked really good. Scored 2 tries in 4 minutes. And I don't know where he's going to fit in during the season, but he looks pretty good.
Yeah, there was. I noticed too. NRL might be cracking down on the play the ball infractions. Sadly, it's a clear sign of what might be to come in 2025.
Don't get me started. I'm not kidding.
I didn't want to bring it up. I thought, no. It looks like
I was at the game. The Warriors did a tunnel ball. Ref's like, didn't play it properly, and we're like, okay, good. Then the Sharks did 3 in a row with no attempt at the ball, none of which called up. It's just another grey area rule that no one cares about, that if they actually called up every time someone did it, it'd just destroy the viewing quality of the game. So I don't know why the NRL is focusing in this space. Just let them roll it. No one cares.
Yeah. But early days now, though, but what's everyone's thoughts on the premiership this year? Looking at the Panthers, like they're the ones to beat. Are they going to do the Michelle Pfeiffer, the 5 in a row, or are they a contender for the grand final?
It's an interesting one.
I know it's early. It's early, but
yeah. Daisy's ripping me in the background, by the way. She's going, PJ, I need more decorations. Breno has everything. I don't have a wall there. I need a wall here to put a bookshelf. I've got decorations. They're just kind of around the place. So sorry, Daisy. I'll do better.
And he's a busy man too.
Yeah, but I think the Panthers are going to go close. The Storm were unlucky last year. They've lost a few, the Panthers, so I think it brings them down another couple of pegs. But Blaze Talangi going there, geez, he could be anything if that works out for the Panthers. So
yeah,
watch his space.
They've lost a few and gained a few, but we'll have a look at that in just a second. But here's this week's round. So Penrith get a little bit of a week off. They prepare to go to the USA for the first round of the comp.
Viva Las Vegas!
Looking forward to that too.
Oh yeah.
And Raiders and Sharks, another 2 teams that are going over to the US. They're kicking it off for the second round on Thursday.
Yep.
Knights and Eels. That could be interesting. We've got a few new players that they're going to throw on there and give them a go.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys and Dolphins. Interesting to see how Cowboys are going to go without some of their key players that have moved on.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, we've got the Warriors and the Storm. The Warriors look pretty good the other night, despite the fact they drew. The Bunnies will take on Manly. That'll be an interesting game, but I think a lot of teams are still going to be blooding a lot of their juniors. So Broncos will wrap up Saturday up against the Titans.
All right. Another one on the weekend too. We've got the the All-Stars match with Indigenous All-Stars and the Maori All-Stars. And some new faces there. Ponga has decided to go play with the Kiwi side.
Yeah, wow.
What's happening here?
Yeah, Will Warbrick, Chance Nickel Clodstad in the halves with Cody Nikarima up against Jaden Campbell and Naiwai Puru. So that'll be interesting. Shaq Mitchell gets a spot at the start. Josh Curran, he's always good for these games. He loves it. But how good is Tabuai-Fidow? I love watching him play trial matches. I reckon I'd like to just sit there and watch him play Xbox. Like, he's just so entertaining. He is just such a good player.
There's a YouTube channel with that. Yeah.
He should have a YouTube channel. It's called the Hammer Channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
A couple of notable missing from this as well. You got Latrell and the Fox are out using this game as one of their suspension games.
Yep. And well done to the NRL for making that a gigantic, complete and utter mess. Trial matches have always counted as one match. You should never be suspended for one match in a trial and a match in the season if you get a one-match suspension. It's brain dead. So if it's one competition round, make it round one they can play here. But you can't chop and change, mate. The NRL need to draw a line in the sand, Breno, on that and have one rule moving forward because it's a joke every year.
All right, let's go check out. What do you reckon? We'll check out what's happening.
Before you jump off, mate, who are you tipping in the All-Stars?
I think Maori. I think the Maoris will take it.
Maori teams looks good, don't it?
They look pretty solid, yeah. And
Fish Harris.
Indigenous guys are missing a couple of key players.
Yep. Yeah, I was looking at them, and even though Tabuai-Fidow's there,
and Hines isn't there.
I think I'm leaning for the Maoris as well. I think that'll be a high score, 30 to 22 or something like that. But
it'll be a show anyway, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They have half an hour of they do their war cries and everything at the beginning. I think that's the main event, isn't it? And they play a bit of football after it.
Yeah, 8:10 Combat Stadium, Saturday night. Make sure you watch it. It will be a cracker. I will definitely be grabbing a 6-pack and watching that one.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to. Maybe we can open the chat up for that one later.
Let us know in the comments if you want us to. It's still early in the season.
All right, let's have a quick look at some of the teams. Their ins and outs, basically. It's what could be the make or break for some of these teams. Kick it off with Brisbane there. Not much change, apart from gaining Ben Hunt. he left again. He left Brisbane.
Yep.
Went to St. George. That was after the grand final where he dropped the ball, and I don't think anyone's going to let him ever forget that. And lost the grand final for him.
It's going to be tough, but he's a good signing. Like with Adam Reynolds, the injuries that he's been having, he's a great signing. They've lost Tristan Saylor. They've lost Corey Oates, who was a solid player 4 years ago, so he's gone. Jordan Pereira was pretty decent, but he's into retirement now. So I don't think they're any weaker than last year. No. They didn't go too well last year, so they'll be really hoping that the injuries stay in check so they can build a bit more of a campaign like they did in 23 when they made the grand final.
Hopefully, if Reece Welch stays fit as well this year, though, that'll help out.
Yeah, he's getting plenty of attention for the Broncos still. He's a very popular player. But the Bulldogs, Tom Amoni, joined from Lee. I forget what they're called, Lee Centurions.
Yeah, something like that.
He went over there after for 1 year, I think, after playing for South. Tupanua's gone from the Roosters. That's a really good signing for them. Gives them a bit more back row depth. Montoya and Maiau from the Warriors. I think they're both going to be a bit of depth players. Losing Addo Carr, Papali.
Yeah, that's probably the big one. Yeah, Addo Carr.
Yeah. There's not a lot of other big losses there. Hayes Pereira. Is that no Hayes Perham? I don't even know who he is. was thinking that other Hayes guy. Anyway, so a couple of good signings, couple of losses. I think Bulldogs will be about the same.
They pinched out Tuala. He was starting to be a good little winger for the Knights, but yeah. Oh well, it's all about the money now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're definitely looking to get some youth into the back line, and they've got a couple of young guys who can give them some opportunities there, as well as a couple of old heads. And the Sharkies, Fanua Blake signs in from the Warriors. Huge signing.
Massive, isn't it? Yeah.
Massive signing. Royce Hunt and Jack Williams have moved on. Yeah. Sharks were very strong last year. They
were, yeah. This might help them too, yeah.
Did have a favourable draw again. I know my Sharks fans don't like me pointing out. You got to play only 2 of the top 8 teams twice, where other teams had 5 and 6 times to play the top 8 team twice. It hasn't changed much this year. Their draw's a little bit harder, but it's still in the easier side of things. So I expect the Sharks will be top 6. But the games that we want to watch are the ones against those top 4 sides. If they can start winning those games, they're title contenders for sure. And Fanua Blake will help them do that.
Absolutely, yeah, not wrong there. So Dolphins have got a few exits though. Mostly going to the Super League and retired, and rugby union. What's happened there? The super coach is gone, and they're going, oh, we're out too. Yep.
Yeah, there's a few. There's Daniel Saifidi from Newcastle. He's a pretty good signing. They lost Ewan Aiken. He was very injured last year. He signed with South and injured himself a week later. I think he tripped over an extension cord or maybe hurt his wrist signing the contract. I'm not sure, but he's injured. Apparently he's going to be okay for round 1. I'm just joking, Ewan, if you're a fan. I'm pretty sure you're not. I think the Dolphins will be about on par again. Max Feeney could be a good signing. He's one of those players that's always shown potential but never really taken it. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. And Pangai Jr., no loss for the Dolphins there. He had a fantastic 8 minutes in one of those games. The rest is history.
Oh dear.
It starts straight away, man. There's no rest.
Just rip into them, yeah.
You've got to rip in.
Gold Coast. Oh, Regan Campbell-Gillard, RCG. That's a big pickup for them. They need something. They did struggle majorly last year.
Yeah.
So getting consistency.
He's a good signing.
Absolutely.
Campbell-Gillard.
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
what's the guy with the alphabet last name? Afawasua Malawi. I think he did his ACL in a trial or round 1 or 2, I forget, but he was out the whole year. Massive loss for the Gold Coast. Having him this year, if he can stay fit. Regan Campbell-Gillard. I see some starch in their forward pack. Tanner Boyd, again, showed some potential, but really just didn't grab it. He'll get a shot at the Warriors now. But yeah, I don't see the Gold Coast really moving a lot unless they can stabilise their halves combination.
Yeah.
And then Manly, Jazz Tavanga from the Warriors. That's a good signing. Not much else really. Michael Cheekham was barely a bench player at Souths. Jamie Humphreys was a big loss for Manly. Yeah. He's a good up-and-coming hooker. And Souths have pinched him with Damien Cook moving on. No real losses of note. So I don't think Manly's going to change much either. They'll be praying for, obviously, Tommy Turbo to be healthy and fit.
Yeah.
Cherry Evans was absolutely on fire for the first 12 weeks of last year. They'll be really hoping he starts like that. Manly get on a run. They can do anything, Manly.
Yeah, I think Aaron Woods retiring might be an effect as well. There's a bit of bulk and a bit of experience. But...
Yep. I don't ever remember Aaron Woods playing for Manly, Breno, to be completely honest.
Oh, yeah.
No. I remember he signed with the Bulldogs from the Tigers. And I don't ever remember him playing for Manly. I think I looked up the other day, he played 6 games or something in 2 years. Okay. So, yeah. What do you think of Melbourne?
Melbourne. They're, definitely going to be the team to beat this year. And you can tell there's hardly any movement there. Their team's been set since last year. They're going to be the team to beat.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Raymond Smith, surplus. Will Warbrick came in last year. It was just fantastic. So see you later. Utokamanu from West Tigers, he had enough of coming last. He's going to sign for less at Melbourne and have an enjoyable season. He's a really good player. I'm actually really excited to see what Bellamy can do for him.
Okay.
He's a quality player, but he's an emotion player, you know. And when you're down at the West Tigers and you're down, he just doesn't really shine. It's scary actually thinking about what he could be at Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, definitely. That was Knights.
What about your Newcastle Knights, mate? What are you seeing there?
Look, I think there's too many major changes apart from losing Saifidi and Tuala. They're the big losses. But Tyrone Thompson, that's the twin brother of the other Thompson, who's going to leave at the end of this year. So it's like a little bit of a swap going on there.
Solid.
Saifidi. Taj Adnan from Super League. Don't know much about him. But that James Schiller, he's a local Newcastle boy too. So that's good.
Saifidi's a bit of a loss, and Tuala is that he was just starting to really play some solid first grade. So that's a bit of a loss. But Newcastle, I think, they can be hoping for a final spot. I think come September.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed. That's all we want, right? When we're out of the finals, we just want to be there. But you made it 3 years in a row, right?
Well, that's 3 years. Yes.
Yeah, 3 years in a row, the Knights. So they got
5 years or something like that.
Yeah, they got a job to do this year to stay in there, I tell you. So, North Queensland Cowboys, Kai O'Donnell's gone to Lee Centurions, Jackson Paulo and Carl Lawton signed from Manly. Josh Bateman's come across from the West Tigers. He'd had enough of that joint too. Chad Townsend, a big loss with Valentine Holmes.
Yeah, they got some
signing
big
with
losses.
signing with the Roosters and the Dragons respectively. Two huge losses for the Cowboys. I don't really know how they're going to go, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see that.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for them, I don't think. And Cole Felt gone as well. Chad Townsend, Val Holmes, big names.
Yeah, it felt surprised me. I thought he was still good enough to stay in the NRL, but St Helens have grabbed him. So he's having an English holiday, right? Know what I mean? I'm saying.
Yeah.
What about the four-time premiers, Breno? What are they doing?
Premiers, are they going to make it 5? I don't know. They've lost another team that's lost a lot of their good players. Like Luai's gone, Taruba's gone, Fisher Harris gone. The Warriors.
Huge.
It's a big chunk of their quality players. They need
3
couple
big
coming
losses.
in.
Yeah, but Papali'i, I mean, he's a fantastic player. He'll play. He'll probably play better than Fisher Harris, so I don't think that's going to be a loss. Blaze Talungi will be a step down from Luai, but as I've mentioned before, with his potential, he could do anything. It's scary to think what Cleary can do with him.
We can only see, but like I said, I think between them and Melbourne, I think Melbourne might have the edge.
Yeah, I think at Melbourne.
I had to give this team their own slide because it wouldn't fit with all the exits and entries. They've had a massive roster change, Para. Some of the big names coming in. Lomax, look at that.
Yeah.
Josh Adokar.
Yeah, you got to start with the losses first.
Yeah, the losses.
Clint Gutherson, the heart and soul of the team. You've lost Blaze Talungi, your best up-and-coming junior, and your stalwart forward in Regan Campbell-Gillard. Like, they are 3 humongous losses for the Parramatta Eels. They've got Zach Lomax, who's going to want to play on the wing, centres, sorry. He's not very good at it.
Sivo. Sivo's like one of their top try scorers. He's solid on that wing. He just runs over people and scores tries. So.
Yeah, he makes a lot of defensive errors too, so I don't know if that's a positive or a negative just yet. But, Morgan Harper's gone to North Sydney. Didn't even know they were in the comp. No, it's reserve grade. He's literally gone to play reserve grade. But Jack Williams, he's been solid for the Sharks. Dean Hawkins, fringe player for South off the bench. And Addo Carr, obviously, big signing there. Ronald Volkman left the Warriors to go to the Roosters with all this potential, did nothing, went to the Dragons,
I remember talking
screwed
about
up
that,
his contract,
Mm.
did nothing, and now he's landed at Parramatta. Best potential halfback I've heard about for the last 20 years, and we're still yet to see him in a solid first grade game. So I wonder if he'll be playing some kind of role at the Eels with Moses and with Brown. I doubt it. Still a solid halves combination at Parramatta.
So this wasn't done on purpose either. I didn't put the South and Sydney together on purpose. Just the way they come with alphabeticalised.
It's alphabetical. We're always above the Roosters as long as it remains that way.
I thought you went like
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
They would have been above us if they stayed as Eefs, but they changed their name from Eefs. So let me do the Bunnies. Lewis Dodd from St Helens. The moment we signed him, he was dropped to reserve grade, played the rest of the year there. I don't know if that was in anger of him signing elsewhere or whether he was just so badly out of form. He's going to be the starting 7. Jamie Humphries will have a shot at hooker with Mamazelis. Ewan Aiken coming. Jaden Sullivan, Josh Shush did not really get me excited. But on the out, Damien Cook, big loss.
That's a big one,
yeah. Big loss, Damien Cook.
Let it all out, mate. Just,
And I don't understand why you let Adam Reynolds go so you can re-sign Damien Cook, only to let Damien Cook go early.
Yeah, that's just dumb, isn't it?
It's some special CEO stuff going on in South Sydney up there now. Some special CEO. Cookie's still playing some good football. Yes, it would have hurt our salary cap to keep him, but Jamie Humphries is a massive up-and-comer. Like, if we give him enough starting time, I'm pretty sure he'll be Cook in 18 months.
Yeah, you're going to have to build. You have to build on that,
yeah. Yeah, the other losses, all kind of fringy guys, no one really of any note. It'll all come down to Latrell Mitchell and team culture at South Sydney. If they're positive and they're happy,
new coach.
They could definitely be top 5. Yeah, it could be definitely top 5 with Wayne Bennett. If they're lazy and angry, definitely bottom 5. So we'll see which one we end up with.
It's toss a coin.
Yeah.
But
so I'll do the Roosters signing chat.
How about your favourite? Your favourite.
You can do the losses. They've signed no one. Breno, I've got to blow up. Blow up.
They got Chad Townsend. There you go. That's all you need, apparently.
Suali'i, Joseph Manu,
Flogged.
Jared Weir-Hargraves, 330 game, whatever he was, Luke Keary, Tupanua, and then in the off-season they tell Terrell May he can leave because they think he's already reached his potential. What? What? Terrell May is one of the best up-and-coming front rowers in the comp. And they go, we think you've already reached your potential, you can leave.
Well, if that's the case, keep him. If he's reached the potential, you need him.
Mate, that is 5 massive names the Roosters have lost, and they've signed Chad Townsend, who quite frankly was very average in a Cowboys team that scraped into the finals and got bundled straight out. Yep. So I don't know what they're doing with the money. Maybe Nick Politis has ordered a big holiday or something for himself. But they're running out of time to sign someone, mate. 3 weeks to the season.
Adjust my ladder prediction now. I've got them coming about 5th, but now when you look at that again, you're like, oh, maybe not. But
yeah, I had them top 8. I've got them top 8 still. They've got to sign someone, but there's 3 weeks before the season starts, Breno. No one's releasing players now.
You should have your players now because you should all be training and getting your combinations right. And
Exactly. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on at the Roosters. Nick Politis, if you want to let us know, give me a call. Give me a call.
Drop your comment in there. Okay. Oh, Warriors. Oh, look at this. James Fisher-Harris, that's a solid one for the Warriors coming in. Not much else, really. SJ retired last year, and Tohu Harris.
Tohu Harris? Yeah.
Harris, Mr. Harris. Yeah. Just up and left at the end of the year. Went, no, can't play anymore. That's it.
Yeah. Signing Jet Cleary. Jet Cleary already bored of winning premierships at Penrith.
Penrith, yeah.
He's come across to the Warriors to try it in different colours. So good on him. Good on him breaking away from Dad and his big brother. But Aiden Fanua-Blake, as we mentioned before, big loss for them.
Maybe there's a family
I don't see a lot of excitement apart from Fisher Harris in their recruitment. So, yeah, I'm not sure the Warriors fans are going to be happy with where they'll end up this year.
And Tigers, well, one of the they've got a few good signings here that they needed something. They've done 3 spoons in a row. Luai and Taruva from Penrith.
Taruva.
I've been waiting for that.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid. Yeah, lost a few players too, but yeah, not much really. They had to do something, didn't they?
Yeah. Royce Hunt's a good signing. Got kind of a bit stuck between, Toby Rudolph and the other front rowers at the Sharks. Definitely didn't get enough game time. He'll get that at the West Tigers, but Luai is a huge signing.
Absolutely.
Terrell May is a massive signing. Like those 3 there, Luai, Taruva, Terrell May.
Question mark on Luai though with his fitness at the moment. I think he's got an injury coming into the beginning of the season.
I heard he's actually got 2 wrist injuries from lifting 4 premierships trophies in a row. So he'll get a bit of a break now in the off season. But he's been all positive. He's been really good. There's been lots of talk trying to bring him down by the media with his clauses in his contract and all this stuff in the off season. I think he's guaranteed to be there 2 or 3 years. But it's the last 2 years there's a player option, is my understanding. So if they don't make the finals in 2 or 3, I forget if it's 2 or 3, but if they don't make the finals in 2 or 3 years, he can leave. But those 3 will definitely add into the starting lineup for a big win.
Just sort of put some of the key ones there into a bit of a graphic so you can sort of visualise what's happened, where they've gone from and how they look in the new colours.
Yeah, Dragons quite a few gains there, and the Panthers quite a few losses. So I'm expecting the Dragons to move up. I'm
rating the Dragons. Actually, just looking at my ladder prediction I threw together, I've got them in second.
Second?
I think that might be a bit of a stretch, but yeah.
What are you smoking?
I don't know. I was just pressing random buttons, and that's what happens. So.
No, they won't be. They won't be.
You don't know. No, they need.
You can quote me on that.
Give them time to, build a sort of build up on their players. Yeah. I'm tipping the Cowboys to miss the finals this year. Those 2 losses are going to be big. I can't see them making it. I can see the West Tigers maybe jumping up to 9th or 10th. Yeah.
I haven't picked my table yet. So we'll do that right before the season kicks off. But
I'll definitely need to adjust mine.
I looked at mine the other day, and I've got 13 teams making the top 8. So it's going to be, what I'm saying is, in the middle of the table, it's going to be an absolute dogfight to get into the finals.
It's going to be a 10-week finals series this year. Yeah.
Yep, let's do that with some wild card rounds, NFL style. Oh, congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles too, winning the Super Bowl yesterday.
Yeah. Did you go and watch it?
Yeah, I was at the club with my mate.
Yeah,
dressed in my 49ers gear, dreaming about when it was our turn. just last year. And smug Patrick Mahomes beat us. He wasn't too smug yesterday, mate. He had a Barry Crocker.
That's the worst. Worst he's played for a long time, I'd say. It was just a shocker, absolute shocker. But good for the Philadelphia Eagles. They get a go at it and break the trend.
Finally got a win after a few losses, which is good. So, and look at the recruits for the Super League. Man, is that a tombstone? Is Betfred on it?
All the people that have gone over to the Super League to die.
They're dead to us now.
So he is.
Yeah, Tommy Burgess also went.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. He was half checked out last year. I thought he would definitely retiring.
Yeah.
But someone's offered him money and he's going to go around again.
Yeah, I'll take some money. Thank you.
See how that works out.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Interesting. So how's the betting looking? Is that next?
Let's have a look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look at the betting. So what's your tips on the premiership? As we mentioned, the Storm and the Panthers obviously.
Hey footy fans, it's Breno from NRL Live Chat 2.0. NRL season is just around the corner. We're kicking things.
The right video.
Oops. He's done it again, ladies and
What's this
gentlemen.
button do? What's
What's
this button
do? Fair dinkum.
It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there.
I've moved all
Just
my
got to cycle
buttons
through
around.
these.
What's going on? No, turn that off.
Yeah, Panthers and Storm are the favourites, in my opinion, for the title. I'm with you, Breno. I've got the Storm slightly ahead of the Panthers. I definitely think Manly will be in the top 8. So here's the premiership odds. Storm 375. That's short, Breno.
Yeah, it's chuck a lazy 50 on it.
Yep, that is some short odds there. But Panthers, Broncos in the top 3. I think that's a bit funny. Cronulla Sharks, they'll definitely be in the top 5. I think the Bulldogs will be up there too. South, obviously, they're expecting them to have a good year. Manly, Roosters slipping down at 8th in the prediction. That doesn't surprise me. Parramatta's a little bit too high, if you ask me. And I think the Knights are a bit low, to be honest. The Dragons second last
Switch them around.
in the payments. I think they'll be them and Parramatta probably need to change spots. And I don't know about Canberra last. What are you thinking there?
I don't know. Well, they're missing. Are they missing a few? No.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh. If it's anything like last year, anyone can do it. Anyone can get in the top 8.
Anything.
But, Melbourne's short odds for a reason. They're probably going to take it out. But I think Cronulla might be something to look at there. It's only, was it 850? But,
yeah.
They've got a good
Yeah,
chance.
I want to see them against the top teams first. They only play them once again, amazingly, surprisingly, 3 years in a row. But those games will tell me if Cronulla are a contender or not.
Yeah.
Aiden Fanua-Blake, he should get them close. He should get them. I think they're going to be very close. Nico will be better this year with another season under his belt. I think the Sharkies fans can be quite excited. We've had a few logo changes, Breno, too.
How about have a look at this? Dogs have changed their logo, made it a little bit.
Yep,
nostalgic.
90-year commemorative logo. So 1935 they came in, recorded the worst loss in the history of the game, 91-6 to the Dragons.
Ouch.
And I think they lost 87-7 the week before, which is the second biggest loss in the history of the game. So Bulldogs celebrating 90 years. Congratulations, Bulldogs fans. And after your big turnaround last year, I think it could be a year where the Doggies definitely push up into the top 4 maybe.
And Cowboys, they're having their 30 years. As you can tell by the big 30 in their logo.
Yep, that's got to be close to the worst commemorative logo I've ever seen, Breno. I'm sorry, but the 30's too big.
Absolutely.
The Cowboys logo, I almost didn't even see it. I thought it was just a line at the bottom. Yeah, that's not a great design. If the Cowboys need some help, let me know. I'm not bad on Photoshop.
I'm pretty good on Canva, so yeah.
Yeah, I can come up with something a bit better than that. Gee whiz.
Yeah, and Tigers have just got reverted back to their one they've had since 22. Last year they had their commemorative year.
Yep. Yeah, so West Tigers had their 20-year logo last year after merging in 90.
Was it 99-ish?
98. No, St George and Illawarra merged in 98. It was after 99, so 2000. So I think they celebrated 25 years last year. Yeah, I think it was 25 years last year. So they've reverted back to their pre 25 year logo, which is the tiger without the hands. Without the hands, it's just the head. Because West Tigers like head, apparently.
You heard it here first.
You've heard it here first.
I think that might do us tonight. What do you reckon?
That's it, man. So welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the off season. We'll do a quick show every week just to lead us into the weekend's matches. If you'd like to ask us any questions, any topics, any signings, you ask for advice, put them in the chat. We'll make sure we talk about them next week. And go the Maoris in the All-Stars.
Yeah, that should be a cracking game. I'll be watching that one.
Actually, I'm lying. I'll be going for the Indigenous All-Stars, but I'm tipping the Maoris. So go the Aboriginals. I'm going for them.
Fair enough. Don't forget to join our tipping comp. Link is in the comments there. Get into it. You want to take us on? See how good you are?
Yep. You sledged us last year telling us we don't know how to tip.
Yep. Here's your opportunity.
Show us that you're better. How many we got? Have you had a look?
I
think we're up to 12 the other day when I looked. I think it was 12. So
12, 13. Yeah.
If you'd like to join, the links there, ESPN
15,
Footy Tipping,
15. Yeah.
and you can join our official tipping comp.
All right, thanks guys for joining us. Make sure you come and join us next week. We'll have a bit more to talk about. Hopefully with more games played and more games coming up. We're getting closer to round 1 in Las Vegas, baby.
Yeah, viva.
Looking forward to that.
See you, everyone.
Yeah, good night, everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.